The political stage in South Africa has once again been set ablaze, but this time, the uproar is not only about corruption, service delivery, or failing policies. It's about the apparent double standard in how accountability is applied, with President Cyril Ramaphosa's silence on certain scandals sparking outrage across the nation. While ministers accused of blatant corruption remain in office without consequence, public pressure is mounting for the removal of Patriotic Alliance (PA) leader and Minister of Sports, Arts, and Culture, Gayton McKenzie, over allegations of racism. This sharp contrast has ignited debates in Parliament, social media, and the streets, with many South Africans asking, why the selective outrage? For months, various cabinet members have been implicated in corruption-related controversies, from mismanagement of public funds to questionable tenders worth millions. Yet, President Ramaphosa has largely avoided addressing these scandals directly, often citing ongoing investigations or the need for due process as reasons for inaction. This cautious stance has led to accusations that the president is protecting political allies, prioritizing party unity over the public's demand for clean governance. Critics argue that this silence is eroding trust in the presidency. When billions are stolen from the public purse, there's hardly a whisper from the union buildings, said one political analyst. But when it comes to a minister accused of making racist remarks, suddenly the heat is turned up to maximum. The storm around McKenzie erupted after audio clips and statements attributed to him circulated online, allegedly containing racially charged comments. Opposition parties quickly seized on the opportunity, accusing him of sowing division and undermining national unity. Social media hashtags like #FireGayton and #RacismHasNoPlace began trending within hours, with citizens calling for his immediate resignation or dismissal from cabinet. Civil society organizations, youth movements, and anti-racism groups have all joined the chorus, insisting that Ramaphosa must act swiftly to remove McKenzie. If we are serious about building a non-racial South Africa, we cannot tolerate this type of rhetoric from those in leadership, one activist said at a recent protest. What has inflamed the situation further is the perception that Ramaphosa's administration moves faster to punish alleged racism than it does to deal with corruption, even though corruption arguably has a far greater direct impact on the nation's economy and service delivery. For some South Africans, this looks like political theatre, where safe controversies like racism get immediate attention because they make for strong moral posturing, while politically costly corruption scandals are buried under bureaucratic processes. The irony, critics note, is that McKenzie is not a long-standing ANC member but a coalition partner, meaning Ramaphosa could theoretically act without threatening his party's internal power balance. That fact has led to speculation that the president may use McKenzie as a sacrificial lamb to project an image of decisive leadership, all while corrupt ANC insiders remain untouchable. This saga has become more than just a debate about one minister's words. It has evolved into a broader conversation about selective accountability in South Africa's leadership. Why does racial misconduct trigger immediate political uproar while corruption, which robs citizens of health care, education, housing, and basic dignity, is met with cautious whispers and endless delays? Until the government applies the same standard of urgency and transparency to all misconduct, the public perception of hypocrisy will continue to grow. For many, the demand is simple: if Ramaphosa wants to show he is truly committed to ethical governance, he must tackle both racism and corruption with equal determination, not only when it is politically convenient. As the nation watches closely, the question remains: will President Ramaphosa finally break his silence on his own corrupt ministers, or will Gayton McKenzie become the sole example of justice in an otherwise unequal system?